on the mic though, right?
You don't have to hold the walkie-talkie. We're here. Here's the mic.
Oh. Foul ball.
Ready?
Oh wait, I don't have my mic. Wait. Alright, I got it.
Good afternoon and welcome to Philip Sheridan Memorial Senior Field at Tamlin Park. I'm Elijah Weintraub alongside Jack Rizzo. We're at a new location today off of center field. It's a ground ball first and stepped on the back for the out.
Wow, that was a great play by the first baseman, Jacob Herrera, who's over there today. That was a rocket. And yes, welcome to Sheridan here in Rutherford. As the 6-5 St. Mary, as your 6-5 St. Mary Gales take on the Pompton Lake Cardinals, who are 10-2 on the season. So another tough matchup for the Gales. As you can see today, new camera setup. We are out in center field for this game, instead of our usual home behind home plate. So we will see how this goes, but it looks like a great view. So so the lineup for the Gales today. Tyler Giordano is always leading off. He's at short today, new position for him. Kyle Watson behind the plate today, hitting second. And there's a bullet into left field for a base hit. DeGennaro will cut it off, and that'll hold the batter to a single. So nice play by DeGennaro to cut that off. So after Watson, Blaze Conti, third baseman hitting third, one of the best players on the team. Josh Brader out in right field batting cleanup. Jason Rosado moved up a spot in the lineup today. He's at second. Jesus Bautista, who's DHing today, is hitting sixth. Jacob Herrera at first is seventh. Matthew DeGennaro into the lineup today, hitting eighth. And then Xavier Rana in center field batting ninth, as David Anderson takes the mound today for the Gales. So one out, runner on first. And that breaking ball is in there for a strike, 0-1. So the Gales trying to stop a 3-game losing streak. They've lost to three powerhouses in their last 3 games. Lost to Don Bosco, 5-2. Lost at home. Lost at home to Rutherford, 6-2. And then Sunday night, under the Sunday night lights in Weehawken at a neutral site, lost to DePaul Catholic, 6-4. So Gales trying to get back on track today. Not going to be easy though. Pompton Lake's 10-2 on the year. One of the best teams in North Jersey. Yeah, one out, runner on first. And David throws that one. That's down. Pickoff try, and he gets back safely. And that's outside. So this is Nicholas Lacacello, who is batting. Sorry, no. This is Vincenzo Stigliano, who's at the plate right now, lefty hitter. After Lachatello got a base hit to left field. It was the first hit for the Gales, as the leadoff hitter Harrison Curran grounded out to first, excuse me. So David's got one out here in the first, and another pickoff try, and a weird, awkward way of getting back to first there by the runner. Didn't slide, and gets back safely. So Gales on a 3-game losing streak, and that's golfed into right field. That's going to drop for a base. Oh, just over the glove of Rosado into right field, and so Lachatello will stop at second. It's a bloop single for Vincenzo Stigliano. And just like that, the Cardinals have 2 runners on with 1 out. So now runners on in first and second with 1 out. And that'll bring up catcher James Rodas hitting fifth. Cleanup, excuse me. Number 7. And Anderson's first pitch is grounded foul behind home plate, 0-1. Kyle Watson doing the catching today for the Gales. Has been playing some first base as well for them. So runners at first and second. And time called for by Rodas. So Anderson in an early jam here in the first. Runners dancing, and there's a fly ball into right, shallow right. Rosado under it and puts it away for the second out. I believe an infield fly rule was called there. So the batter was out regardless. So now Anderson has a path of getting out of this inning, and he'll have to get through the center fielder, number 25, Christopher Cleenot, excuse me.
And if Jack has mentioned already, Joey Chavasta pitched last Sunday's game, this Sunday's previous game, where they lost to DePaul Catholic at Weehawken for the autism. Where it was Isaac Young who, and that's how the game ended. I believe 6-4 was the final.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was a beautiful pitch by David Anderson, a curveball that jumped from the heavens. And as Eli mentioned, he was at that game on Sunday. I had the night off. Tough loss for the Gales. Got a lead early, and then it was tie game going into the seventh. Gave up 2 runs to DePaul and ended up losing the game. But hoping to get back on track today. They're actually top of their division right now because of all the points they've accumulated due to playing all these.
In the North Jersey non-public B rankings, first in the North Jersey B, and they're first in.
And that's
that one, so that's pretty
outside.
cool. And of course, they're second right now in their division, which is the National Division. That's because Rutherford, of course, is ahead of them, another powerhouse school, with an 8-2 record as of yesterday. I checked.
So the Gales playing here at Pompton Lakes today. After today, their next 2 games will be away. They're at Emerson. They're at Emerson. They're at Emerson on Thursday. Paramus on Saturday morning.
And then Monday they're at Weehawken.
Yep. So road trip for Gales. So that's grounded right to the shortstop Giordano, and he'll go the short way as he gets the out at second to retire the side. So David Anderson gets out of the jam in the first. Scoreless going to the bottom of the frame. All right, back for the bottom of the first, as what's that? Tyler Benway. So back for the bottom of the first with the Gills. Tyler Giordano, of course, leading off, playing short. Tyler's played all over the place here. He's played catcher, he's played first, second, short, and center field. As the lefty, Tyler, hang on. Tyler Benway takes the mound for Pompton Lakes, the lefty. And Ty hits one to foul. So Ty fouls that one back, and it's 1-1.
And St. Mary's will not play Pompton Lakes the rest of the season, nor they will play them. Nor did they play them last year. So exciting to see how everything went, and how everything is going to play out. Of course, number one right now, St. Mary's in the non-public B group rankings. Busy day here at Sheridan Field. Not too much for the visiting side for Pompton Lakes, but for the St. Mary's side, they're a little bit busy there. The track team is here. We're doing some practices there. So it's pretty interesting and a different view to see what the players now have to see what it's in store and everything.
Well, so a lefty on the mound today for Pompton Lakes. We'll see how the Gills react to that. They've got 6 righties and 3 lefties in their lineup today. Couple of changes in position-wise. Tyler Giordano, who, as we said, he's played all over the place. He's at shortstop today. As the usual shortstop, Jason Rosado shifts over to second. Matt DeGennaro inserted to the lineup today. He's in left field. Jacob Herrera, who usually DHs or plays the outfield, he's at first today. And Ty hits one out to deep left field, and under it is Fusaro, and he makes the catch for the first out. Ty hit that well, but just left fielder didn't really have to move, so 1 out in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up the catcher, Kyle Watson, who is catching today. We've seen him play a bit more first this year, but...
And as a reminder, Pompton Lakes head to this game 10-2 today under head coach Mike Riordan. They rank 3rd in the Colonial Division. Ahead of them is Glenrock, first, and Butler in second. They also rank 3rd in the Section 1 Group 1 North Jersey Power Rankings. Ahead of them is first is Pennaquac, and second Emerson Borough, who's 7-5. And of course, Emerson Borough, another tough team, and the Gales will have to play them this coming Thursday. That's
lined into right field, and that's down for a base hit for Kyle Watson. So the Gales get a 1-out base runner here in the bottom first. Good hitting by Watson, just taking one the other way. It looked like that pitch was in, kind of like the Derek Jeter inside out swing by going the other way. So Watson remains hot, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Blaze Conti, who you could make an argument for is the Gales' best player all around.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. One of the best players, and of course, he's hit the home runs here at this park before, and he knows what he's doing. I think he has the capability to go far, and he's early. And this is early on in this game, and he's done a phenomenal job all season long. And nothing but positive I could say about Blaze Conti, and especially being only a sophomore in this game. He's shown very great dominance, and it shows he's a true varsity player. And he did show a lot last year. Of course, he didn't have any pitching time yet last year. It was interesting. And it looks like we have another runner coming in for Kyle Watson as he's off to get prepared for
catching.
For catching.
I can't really tell who that is right now.
That is Rosado, but we'll double check on that.
No, because he would have to it has to be a bench player. So Blaze Conti has not seen a pitch yet because of a pickoff, and then Watson came out and that pitch is in the dirt, 1-0. So again, Jose Victorio. So as you can see, if it's not obvious, a new camera angle for us today. We're out in center field, away from our usual home behind the plate. I think it's a better view for us because now we're able to see like where all the pitches are and able to tell what strikes or not. As Blaze rips one into right, but right at the right fielder for the second out. That is Justin Bolt, who made the catch out there in right. Hit well by Blaze. It was just a line drive right at the right fielder for the second out. And now the Gales right fielder, Josh Moreno, coming up. Lefty on lefty matchup here. So Victorio at first with 2 outs. and Josh hits one out to deep left field. Coming in is the left fielder, sliding, and he can't get it, and that's a fair ball going down the line. Victoria will score easily, and into second base with a RBI double is Josh Moreno, and the Gales take a 1-0 lead
Wow.
to start this game. Well, the left fielder, Fusaro, made a good effort to try to get there, but it was just a little too out of his reach. So Josh Moreno with an RBI double going the other way, and it's 1-0 St. Mary's.
Yeah, great job there. And it is the bottom of the first, by the way. Our scoreboard was wrong, and on the screen here. And yeah, the only good, I love the angle we have here. Love the positioning. However, the angle is just a little bit different because you can't see the scoreboard as you would down in the other side. So it's interesting. Now you don't see the scoreboard.
Shortstop second base actually. Jason Rosado moved up a spot in the order as he takes a pitch inside for a strike, 0-1.
Just gotta watch this because it's on 36%, so I might have to unplug that.
And that's inside, 1-1. That's 36%.
Yep. Once it reaches 25, I have to switch it.
So this is 36. And then what's the other percentage?
This is 35%. I don't know what that's up.
So what are you gonna have to upload that? And Jason takes one down for ball 2. So 2-1 count. Moreno with an RBI double. Well, the Pompton Lakes outfielders who made 2 good catches, but Fusar did all he could, made a good effort, just could not get there. And Jason fouls one back, and it's 2-2. Well, that's exactly what the Gales needed to get off to a fast start here today. You know, on the 3-game losing streak, they've been playing well. You know, it was close in all those games, but you know, you really want to win this game, and you know, the ability to score right out of the gate there in the first. I mean, even Giordano and Blaze, and that's grounded to the right side, right to the second baseman, and he throws out his counterpart, and that ends the bottom of the first. But Josh Moreno's RBI double gives the Gales a 1-0 lead. We'll be back for the second.
I didn't even say hi to him.
It's already down to like 29.
Welcome back, of course. The Gales just hit by an RBI double from Giordano.
No, Moreno.
Excuse me, Marino. And that is how we have a 1-0 whopping score already early in this game.
Yeah. So the pitcher now, the starting pitcher Tyler Benway, will lead off here in the second, and Anderson's first pitch is up high for ball 1. So Tyler Benway, a lefty pitcher, but hitting. Oh no, I'm sorry, he's not hitting in the lineup today. This is Justin Bolt, the right fielder. I'm sorry about that. The pitcher's not hitting because there is a DH in the lineup. So this is Tyler Benway, who made a nice catch out in right field on the first.
And as a reminder, we'll have more stats and more information along as the broadcast continues on. Right now, we're just trying to get adjusted to this new setup here, so that's why we are not providing as much information as we would love to. of course, Jack Rizzo, he'll be taking care of the play-on-play. I'm right now operating the camera, while Bobby, he's operating to get more for us. In the meantime, foul ball there. And yeah.
As a yep. Well, yeah, I'm the one talking here, but again, for all you guys that are watching, trust me, Eli's the real MVP.
Oh, no.
Um,
Stop. No.
so
That play's good. Don't
so
worry.
um
No. He's good.
so this so Tyler Benway, Pompton Lake sent 5 to the plate in the first, did not score any though, and that's hit out to deep right field. Moreno coming in, and it's gonna go out of play. It's a beautiful, beautiful spring day here in Rutherford, New Jersey. Sun very strong actually today, but it is just a gorgeous day here. Perfect day for baseball.
Yeah, the weather's been on and off today. It's like at one point I'm hot, and then the other point it's like I'm cold. I don't. And it's a weird weather.
Oh, that's hit foul on the first base side, and looks like that went into the yard. So, but yeah. So Gales, David Anderson, the next pitcher in the Gales rotation. Gales have a lot of starters. Joey Travasta, the one freshman on the team, started last Sunday. Brad Higgins, another great pitcher in this rotation. Xavier Arana, who's playing center, say also pitches, and that's hit past Anderson and Rosado with a nice backhand, and he throws him out by a stride for the first out. Great play there by Jason Rosado, who normally plays second or short for the Gales, moved over to second, just out of the reach of Anderson, but made a nice play and threw him out by a stride.
Yeah, awesome their play there, and of course this is their execution that they need, and of course JV of course playing away today, but just to show you how like both teams, JV and regular, how committed they are to focusing on and getting the ball right in time, and to focus on the communication level's been there, and compared to last year, everything is up their game this year. And it all starts with that Florida trip and Coach Nigel.
Absolutely. So this is the DH Jonathan Papovich, and he takes the first pitch, fastball for a strike. It's 0-1, and that's high, 1-1. David last year played some left field, but this year it seems like they're going to stick him just for pitching purposes. But he's been very good at it. And that's it's a strike. Uh, 1-1. By the way, we apologize if this shuts off in a minute. Our battery for our thing is dying slowly here. We're working on that issue, so just continue to enjoy the game as we have it. As again, 1 out here in the top of the second. 10-2 Pompton Lakes versus 6-5 St. Mary's. And Papovich grounds one right to second. Rosado again, 2 outs. So Jason Rosado having a busy inning here at second. He's had a busy day overall. Out of the 6 balls that have been put in play, he has been involved in 4 of them. So, and a new position for him too. So, it's been all good though for him. This will bring up the number 8 hitter, Angelo Fusado, the left fielder, who came so close to making a great catch at the first, but it was just out of the reach. As Rosado again, and in the second, all 3 outs, ground outs to second for Jason Rosado. 1-0 Gales going to the bottom of the second.
Here, go. You're good.
All right. Welcome back to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Gales. As the DH, Jesus Bautista will lead off here after Josh Brado's RBI double in the first, and he takes one down the middle for a strike, 0-1. How about that top of the second though? David Anderson at 1-2-3, but all 3 outs were ground outs to the second baseman Jason Rosado. Had a couple of tough ones and then a couple of easy ones, but that has to be crazy odds for that to happen. And there's a strike, and it's quickly 0-2 on Jesus Bautista, who has a recent transfer here for the Gales. Hasn't gotten into his full groove yet, but improving every day, and he takes one up high, 1-2. Pompton Lake's playing their outfielders pretty far in, actually, as the pitcher, Tyler Benway, goes back for a second inning of work, and Bautista slashes one the other way. That'll go foul. Okay, so looks like we think we might have resolved the issue with our thing, and that's down. That's a good take by Bautista, 2-2. Yes. So again, that was great. I just still think it's crazy how all 3 outs of the second were all ground outs to second. As Bautista takes one the other way, it'll go foul. So now the 12th game of the year for first year head coach Nigel Archibald. Got off to a great start, and then they've lost their last 3, but it's been against 3 powerhouses: Don Bosco, Rutherford, and DePaul. Don't forget they also played St. Joe's the week before, as Bautista hits one foul.
Here are your Cardinals leaders for the visiting Pompton Lakes. Nick Lacileto, the junior, number 51. He's had 13 hits this season and throughout his career in Pompton Lakes. Harrison Curran, number 11, had 16 runs. Chris Kine had 2 home runs. James Rodas, number 7, had 16 RBIs and 26 strikeouts for number 10, Tyler Benway, who I believe is pitching today. Right?
Yes, he is. Yep. So the Gales must feel lucky to get a run.
Okay,
and that's quite an at-bat by Jesus Bautista for the walk. He got down to that count 0-2, fouled off a couple tough pitches, and then ends up walking. And I actually think he might have gotten hit by that pitch. But still, that was quite the at-bat from Jesus Bautista, as he continues to show improvement here with the Gales. So leadoff base runner, and that'll bring up the first baseman, number 0, Jacob Herrera, who, again, usually plays the outfielder DHs, but he is playing first today. Get a lot of new positions for the Gales, so we'll see how they adapt to that. And Jake swings and misses at a fastball, 0-1.
Yeah, and as a reminder, of course, JV is playing today at Pompton Lakes. As soon as we have a final score update or like a scoring update from them, we will be, of course, be sure to bring it to you live on the air, as Fox Sports would do with football.
As Jacob Herrera shows bunt there, but ends up laying off and then taking a strike, so it's quickly 0-2. Yeah, JV. Obviously, we got Coach David D'Alessandro to interview with us during the Don Bosco game, which was fantastic. It was great to have him on, answered all the questions greatly. And the JV team starting to improve. They've got some good players. Obviously, Joey Chavasto is supposed to be on JV this year, but because of how good pitching he was, he is now on the varsity team, so good for him.
Really good job by him, and of course, Fernando Fuentes, he was supposed to be coaching for St. Mary's, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, he is unable to coach this year's. And he said to me he's hoping to get back by next year, and hopefully he's watching at home right now. Watching his 2 favorite students from last year.
Oh, and that's it well out to left. Should be playable for Fusano, and he makes the catch for the first out. So Herrera flies out to left for the first out, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Matthew DeGennaro, who is in the lineup today. Jose Victorio sitting down today, as Tyler Benway back to work. And that's foul back, nothing in one. Well, I don't know if we're going to see the Gales steal as many bases today because for lefty pitchers, it's a lot easier to try to pick off because you don't have to turn your body to throw to first. You just kind of you could just step off and throw. You don't have to turn your body and throw. So it's easier for them to make more accurate throws, more quick throws. So you might see more of that today as DeGeneres fouls one back and it's quickly 0-2. So Ryan Benway really starting to settle in here. Gales must feel lucky to have gotten that one run on a double by Josh Moreno, where the left fielder Ben Fusano made a great attempt to try to get it, just a little out of his reach though. And DeGeneres punches one the other way, and that's down for a base hit. Around second is Bautista. He'll go to third. So runners on the corners one now. Matt DeGeneres taking one the other way for a base hit. Third hit now for the Gales. And they'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Xavier Arana, who we saw pitch against. Who pitched against Rutherford last week. Pitched very well as well. Struggled a bit to start, but then improved. He's in center field today. He gets the chance to face the lefty today. So, Bautista at third, DeGeneres at first with 1 out, and Arana steps back. The Pompton Lakes is going to play their infield backs for double play depth. Infielders play pretty far in, and Xavier grounds one foul, nothing in one.
So runners at the corners, and only I believe 1 out or 2 out.
1 out. 1 out. Yep.
1 out, 1-0 Gales.
Yep. The Gales, even in those outs, though, the Gales have been hitting the ball really well.
And listen, I'm proud that they have this early lead because they need every single run they can possibly get. As last Sunday, they had the lead for almost a good 3 innings, and of course, it didn't, work their way, and of course, resulted in a loss. But hey, there's always redemption. There's always today's game, and always a win to get back on. And listen, we want to try to interview somebody, so let's hopefully we could see them at underneath us. And
absolutely,
a lot of great choices. I mean, we need a media vote. Who do you think? But unfortunately, we gotta work on that. But
absolutely, my friend. Really good start for the Gales. Xavier Arana trying to get this runner in from third with less than 2 out. Again, trying to put the ball in play here. Got to be careful you don't ground into a double play. So again, Gales just need a fly ball here to get the run in. As David Anderson has thrown 2 scoreless against Pompton Lakes. And that's away, and the runner takes off for second, and DeGeneres will steal without a throw. So that takes the double play out of order. And Pompton Lakes is going to keep their infield back, so now they'll concede the run on the ground ball. So DeGeneres steals a base. Gales have been good at that so far this year. And Xavier fouls one back, so he stays alive in the at-bat. And he struck him out on a pitch in the dirt. The ball goes to the backstop, and the catcher's got to make the throw to first, and it's just in time for the second out. So that's the first strikeout of the game for either pitcher. In this case, for Tyler Benway, the starter for Pompton Lakes, his 27th strikeout of the year. That leads the team, and there are now 2 outs. So Arana unable to get that runner in from third. So it'll be left to the leadoff batter, Tyler Giordano, who flied out to left his first time up. Bautista at third, Papenburg, DeGeneres at second with 2 out. And a step off there by Benway. And Ty fouls one back, nothing in one. And Giordano takes a changeup for a strike, and it's 0-2. So Benway now has a path to getting out of this inning. And now with 2 outs, the Pompton can definitely keep their infield back. And a step off there. And Ty fouls that one off. Still 2 strikes. So Giordano has 2 strikes. Got to be careful here. Benway has a path to getting out of this inning. It went from third and second, and Giordano grounds one down to third, and he's got to make the long throw to first, and it's in time. A bullet of a throw by the third baseman, Harrison Curran, and that ends the bottom of the second. So the Gales do not score. We'll go to the top of the third.
Welcome back to the top of the third. The Gales are up 1-0 after an RBI double from Josh Marino, and that's how we got here now.
Yep. Pretty fast moving along game. We're already at the top. Game's lasted for about a half hour. We're already at the top of the third. As David Anderson begins his third inning of work, he's thrown 2 scoreless. So leading off for the Pompton Lakes will be the first baseman, Ryan Maselli. Ryan Maselli. Okay, got it. So Pompton Lakes has sent 8 to the plate so far through the first 2, but they have not scored. They went down 1, 2, 3. 3 groundouts to second base in the second. How crazy is that? So Ryan Maselli grounds 1 to third. Charging is Conti. Fires the throw, and it's just in time to get the out. 1 away. That was a very close play. Beat him by a stride, so it's a ground out to third, and that'll will go back to the top of the order for Harrison Curran, who grounded out to first his first time up.
And as always, a shout out to the Hill Creatures who are located at the left-hand side. Those are those fans that go the extra mile to watch a game from a different angle. And of course, we're one of them today from the center fielder broadcasting the game. Interesting to see.
And that fastball right down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. So out of the 7 outs that David Anderson has produced so far, that's lined down the right field line, and that's a foul ball. Out of the 7 outs that David Anderson has produced so far, 6 of them have been ground outs. Ground ball pitchers are very important, to keep the ball out of the air, prevents home runs, prevents extra base hits. So Yeah, and he's given, and the other out was a pop out, so he's kept everything on the infield so far. Pompton Lakes had 2 hits in the first, but went down 1, 2, 3 in the second. And the curveball fouled back, and there's 2 strikes. So David has now retired 6 straight batters going back to the first.
Yeah, he's done a great job so far, and nothing but a great game so far. And hopefully we could get back into the win column. It hasn't been done in a while, and this is the motivation that the Gales need, especially being only 65, about to be almost the same exact record on both sides of the wins and the loss column.
Yep, as our baseball coaches always preach, every game it's just about getting better from the last game, whether you win or lose. It's just about getting better and being ready to play. And we definitely see that from the Gills. Every day they work hard and they try their best every game, and they're definitely gonna improve throughout the course of the year. It's still early in the year, and we hope to see the Gales win their first state championship since 2019, which would be their 4th ever. And Kieran fouls one back. There's only been 1 strikeout so far through this game. It was the number 9 hitter Xavier Rana in the second. And Anderson steps off the mound. Again, lots of different position changes for the Gales today. But so far, their defense has been very good. The highlight being Jason Rosado, who playing second after playing short for the first games, and another one fouled back by Kieran, and he stays alive in the at bat. And out of sight here at Sheridan, there's a Little League game going on at the other field. We always like to point those out.
Practice.
And that's in there. Strike 3 called. Kieran thought it was ball 4. So David Anderson picks up his first strikeout of the game. Fastball right in the outside corner. And that's 2 outs now in the second. And the third, excuse me.
Yeah, great job by Anderson. Anderson, of course, doing a fantastic job. Good job and good choice for pitching today.
Definitely. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Nicholas Lachatello, as he grounds one down to third, and a bad hob. It hits third baseman Conti in the chest, and that'll be an infield hit. And that'll be a base hit for Nick Lachatello. So that breaks up the 7 straight batters that were retired by David Anderson. And that's in there for a called strike. Nothing well looked like that was inside, but it ends up being a strike. Nothing went. So this is Vincenzo Vinny Stigliano. So this is Vinny Stigliano. And that's away. 1-1. So we got 1 out here in the second with a runner at first. Excuse me, there were 2 outs actually. I'm sorry about that. So again, this is Vinny Stigliano up at the plate, facing David Anderson, who's given up 3 singles, but nothing else so far. And that's drilled out to right field. On comes Moreno. He's there. And that retires the side. So 3 scoreless innings for David Anderson. 1-0 Gales going to the bottom of the third. Welcome back for the bottom of the third with the Gales leading 1-0. Kyle Watson, the catcher, leading off. He singled to right his first time up. Came out for a pinch runner, Jose Victorio, who ended up scoring, or Jose Victorio, who ended up scoring on a double by Josh Marino. So, and that's been the only run so far. So Gales lead 1-0. And Watson takes that one inside.
If you look at the power rankings, of course, right below St. Mary's is St. Thomas Aquinas 7-3, and Rutgers Prep 4-7. Interesting records to show, but of course the points and the team opponents are always key to these power rankings and how they lead to first place.
Absolutely. Watson again, catcher and first baseman. Catcher is usually their second position tends to be first, as Watson takes a ball, and it's 2-1. Lefty, and it's a strike. Watson thought it was ball 4, and it's now a full count. So the pitcher Ryan Benway back to work for the third inning. He's given up 1 run so far, but has been pretty sharp other than that. And Watson takes one the other way and over the glove of the second baseman. And for the second straight time, Kyle Watson goes the other way for a base hit, and he's 2 for 2. So good hitting there on that full count.
Yeah, great job by Kyle, able to get him to first, and that's what exactly you want to do. Start getting these base hits, start going to first. That gives the other runners and batters, again, gives them the motivation ready to go.
Who's their second baseman?
To be Nicholas. Nice.
That was just over the glove of Lachapello, and it ends up being a base hit for Watson to get the inning started. And now here is Blaze Conti, who
was one of the
his first time up.
Who is the leader in every single column except for the pitching. According to NJ.com,
and that one is in the dirt. Watson takes off for second, and he'll make it and with ease. So Watson advances, and now the Gales get a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
Yeah, Blaze Conti, of course, leads in every single column of the NJ.com stats, from hits to runs to home runs and RBIs and strikeouts. Isaac Young, as of last Sunday, leads for the St. Mary Gales.
How many does he have?
Got to double check, but
you're good.
I got all those stuff in my book, and I got so much in my hand.
And Conti drills one deep to right. Back he goes, and that's a fair ball going down the line. Watson around third, he'll come in to score. Conti heads for second, and he's in safely with an RBI double, and the Gales increase their lead. It's 2-0 St. Mary's. So Blaze Conti and Kyle Watson trading places there. Back-to-back opposite field hits for the Gales, and it's now 2-0 in the third.
Hey, great job there by Conti, getting a double and an RBI for him as well. Like I said, a true leader, and now here comes, I believe, Marino's up at bat, right?
Yep, who doubled
Marino, yes, he has doubled it, and same style like we had just in the beginning. And the Gales are showing, hey, you might be a good team, Pompton Lakes, but we just came off a 3-game losing streak, and we need to get back in the win column, and this is exactly the right place to do it in front of their home crowd here, which is not as packed as the past few games because of the weather, of course. It looks cloudy, looks like it's going to rain, not rain, and yeah.
So, Gales able to increase right here in third. Big one there from Blaze Conti, who's just been phenomenal start of the season. And Marino pops one up into center, and the makes the play for the first out. And Conti not advancing with the center fielder.
Christopher
Claynod. Yep. So Chris Claynod makes the catch for the first out, and that'll bring up the shortstop Jason Rosado, who has been quite busy in the field today. Grounded out to second his first time up. Conti still at second with 1 out.
Watson. Here's your upcoming schedule for the visiting Pompton Lakes Cardinals. Thursday, they're home. They play Woodridge at 4 p.m. Saturday, they're away at Wayne Hills at 11 in the morning. And Monday the 1st, they're home versus Kittatinny at 4:15 p.m.
Yeah, Pompton Lake's not in the same division as we are. So
yes,
they have some different teams that they play.
Yes, they rank 3rd in the Colonial Division, which is the regular standings, and, of course, 3rd in the Section 1, Group 1, North Jersey Power Rankings. Also, Pompton Lakes won their last game 4-0 over Wayne Valley Hill the other day. So, of course, what? Big school, great team, of course. The bench from this angle doesn't look too packed, but remember, there's a lot of JV players, and of course that's what's happening right now. The JV game's happening right now over in Pompton Lakes.
Yes. Yep. JV. Hopefully playing well out there. Pompton Lakes as Rosado grounded to second his first time up, and he fouls this one back into the netting, and it's 2-2.
And then meanwhile for St. Mary's, they have Emerson Burrow on Thursday. We are still trying to figure out if we're going to be, if Bobby will be here to broadcast the game. Of course, we'll just look it out. We may have the game covered. If not, look out for Emerson, see if they have anything. And they got a good team. Small school as well. 75 from the last time we checked. And you also got to keep note that they have also had Paramus on Saturday. Not Paramus Catholic, Paramus High School.
And that's grounded down to third, and it goes through for a base hit. Conti to third. He'll be waved around, and he will score. So it's an RBI single for Jason Rosado, and the Gales get another run. It's 3-0 St. Mary's.
Excellent job by Rosado to deliver that play. And, hey, 3-0 Gales is just right where they want to start and to get back into the possible win column today.
Absolutely. He's been by far their best player so far today. He's been very busy in the field and gets an RBI knock there. Yes, so Saturday, Gales play Paramus.
Yes, Paramus.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Paramus, not Paramus Catholic, Paramus regular high school. And Weehawken on Monday, 4 p.m.
I'm
stay tuned for that.
I might make it to the Paramus game if I can. So.
Stolen base.
Are you gonna try to go?
Stolen base, the second. Yeah, same thing. I'll try to go to Saturday's game if I can.
Yep, so Jason Rosado steals second there. Second stolen base of the game for the Gales. Still just one out here in the third. As Jesus Bautista. And he takes one high. So the Gales have been off to a great start. They got 2 more runs here. Gets a very good pitcher in Ryan Benway, who leads the team in strikeouts this year. And Bautista takes a strike. Rosado dancing off second, and Bautista badly fooled there by the slider as he strikes out. So that's the second. That's the second strikeout for Ryan Benway. And now there are 2 outs here in the third.
Hey, listen, I mean, if they end this third inning right here, it's not going to be a problem for them as they have already an excellent 3-0 lead as they allowed in 2 runs just now, courtesy of Rosado.
Jacob Herrera drives one towards the gap in right center field. That's going to split him and go all the way up the gap. Rosado will score. Herrera heads to second. He's got an RBI double. They trade places. Second double of the inning for the Gales and their third of the night, and it's 4-0 St. Mary's.
Yeah, excellent job there. No bullpen action at the moment, and nor has the coach for the varsity team for Pompton Lakes has head outside to the bullpen yet. Still waiting and just, I guess, trying to figure out if they'll be able to do it. I mean, from the bench here, they got 2 players on the bench. Not too much to work with as they hope to try to possibly do a pitching change inning. Excuse me. A pitcher change.
So this is
Here.
Matthew DeGennaro, who singled his first time up. And a pickoff try there, and Herrera gets back safely. Well, good thing the second baseman came over because he was about to throw that into center field.
Trying to confuse the runner and the second baseman.
So an interesting strategy there, right? Probably trying to confuse Jacob Herrera, but he stayed put and was able to get back. And that's high to DeGennaro. Again, I think this is a much better view out here in center.
Yes, it is.
Much better, a lot easier.
A lot easier view.
Tell whether strikes or not.
Great broadcast vantage point here, and we will probably more than likely try to stay here for majority of these next upcoming few home games if possible. Of course, their senior night will try to obviously come closer to home plate because, well, it's senior night, special presentations obviously go on. That is coming up, I believe, May 3rd, which is actually pretty close. It's coming up next week, senior night.
Absolutely.
And the season is almost done. I mean, another 10 more games, and if that, and they're done.
Oh, yeah, counties, yeah.
Well, counties and yeah, obviously playoffs, but very fast and interesting.
There's a walk to De Janeiro, so that'll put 2 on with 2 out. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Xavier Rana, who's.
And here comes the manager.
And yeah, so we're gonna have a.
Possible pitching change.
Nope, nobody's warming up in the bullpen. It's just gonna be a mound visit from, I would assume, the pitching coach for Pompton Lakes, as Ryan Benway, Tyler Benway, who's usually a terrific pitcher, struggled early here though. 4-0 Gills. They got 2 runners on, and here comes the home plate umpire who's gonna try to break up this visit.
But it looks like something did happen because it looks like the coach has ordered for some equipment, I believe, from the bench area. Another.
And
Possible blister there, so we might have a little delay. And a possible pitching change. That is the pitcher, number 10.
well, if we're gonna have a pitching change, then they're gonna give them plenty of time to change because nobody was warming up in the bullpen. So they'll give them, probably about 5 to 10 minutes to warm up. So we'll see. It looks like they're gonna try to get this cured so they can get back out as the outfielders converge. So does the infield. So we will see what happens, but see if they are able to fix this issue or not. Which again might be a blister. They might be checking his hand, maybe. I don't know. I
Yes.
think a blister might be a good assumption. but-
Assumption, yeah. Yeah, so the umpires are currently figuring out what the call and decision is and what's going on. They're speaking with the same area coaches. From what I'm seeing here, it looks like that there is a possible injury and with the pitcher. And because they have nobody warmed up in the bullpen, nor too many players to play that are sitting on the bench currently, I believe that is the current reason why for the delay. The umpire right now is currently talking to our coaches, same areas of Nigel Archibald and Julian. So we'll see if any changes are going to happen here, as or what the situation is going to be.
Wait, Eli, did you say that they normally let enough players on the bench?
It looks like they have 2 from this angle.
But their roster is
So he is coming out. It looks like he will play in still, number 10. And game action is scheduled to resume. The mound visit will finish.
It is still Benway. He is number 10. So Tyler Benway is going to throw some warm-up pitches here. We'll see if he's okay. The pitching coach and the head coach are out there.
Yeah, he looks to me absolutely okay, but
He looks sharp, but I mean, again, blisters.
of course
are
we don't know
painful
obviously from the
from
field,
angle
obviously from what we have. Yeah,
We're about 200 feet away from home plate, so. Yes.
Same pitcher.
So Benway will stay in as we resume action here. So relatively short delay, about 4 or 5 minutes. So the number 9 hitter, Xavier Rana, who struck out his first time up, will try to get the runners in. So Herrera at second, De Janeiro at first with 2 outs. And Xavier swings and misses. It's 0-1. Badly fooled there on the breaking pitch.
As the helicopter flies over us. That is low for a 1-1 count. And as a reminder, 4-0 is your score at the bottom of the third here.
Xavier golfs one out to right center. Should be playable for Bolt. And he dropped the ball.
Dropped it.
He dropped the ball. Herrera scores. De Janeiro scores. And in its second with an RBI double is Xavier Rana. The right fielder, Justin Bolt, dropped the ball as 2 runners come in to score, and it's 6-0 St. Mary's. Well, the sun is...
Yes, it's an error.
The sun is shining right on the field. I don't know if it confused the right fielder. But
And the
either way,
angle-
he was not able to hold on.
And obviously, something different about this field compared to most other fields. We don't have the field is not fully aligned with the lining of the bases, so we can't really tell if it's a home run or not. The umpires kind of run to tell. It's a pop on high to the right.
Fine into
Should be
left.
good for the third baseman to catch. And got it by
Shortstop.
the shortstop, and that will retire the inning. 6-0 is your score. The Gales put up 4 as we head to the top of the 4th.
So that'll be an E now. All right, welcome back for the top of the 4th. David Anderson in for the 4th for another inning of work. He has been fantastic so far. 3 scoreless. As the Gales in the last inning scored 4, so they sent 9 to the plate and 4 of them scored. A couple of RBI doubles, good at bats, and they lead this game 6-0 over a very good Pompton Lakes team. As this is the catcher, James Rodas, to lead off. And he takes one the other way. Uncas Moreno, he's there. 1 out. So Josh Moreno right there to put it away for the first out.
It's curious. They're very nice people. They're here every game. And they're probably the home teachers.
Me, Chavasa?
No, Chivas's is a couple in the front.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
See the couple walking towards the
Yeah.
guy who always wears shorts and he has his coat out. I'm curious who his son is.
Well, Chavasa's dad works with my uncle, actually.
Oh, yeah. Definitely on my town.
What town is that? Ground and foul. Hey, I won't purposely we beat in the NJS title for basketball.
Yes. And we were there.
Yes, we were.
And they got the photos up on edge.com.
That's in the dirt. This is Christopher Kleenot, the center fielder, who grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. David Anderson has been fantastic in this game. And the breaking ball away. And I think, obviously new angle for us here out in center field. For away games, we usually broadcasted the outfield. But, again, I like this camera angle a lot. It allows you to get a full perspective on the game. As Anderson misses away, and that's ball 4. So Pompton Lakes gets a walk here in the 4th. As Kleenot ends up walking. So again, the upcoming schedule: Gales will play at Emerson on Thursday, at Paramus on Saturday, and then at Weehawken, yes. And that's golfed to the second baseman. Rosado is there, 2 outs. So Jason Rosado continues his busy day in the field.
and it's an extra start. And of course, they have to play 5 innings per rule of the league. So if the Gales can magically get 4 in this next inning when they're up at bat, Pompton will have to, of course, play their inning out. And then once that inning's done,
It's over.
it's
Well,
over, and we'll have an interview with the winner.
yep. Well, yep.
Too early. Anything's possible.
Yeah,
We don't want to
so,
jinx it.
Again,
you know.
we'll pop the late. Well,
We know
Pompton's
how
gonna
the
have a
rules.
breakthrough inning here as Anderson fires one into the dirt. Struggling a bit with his pitches here, but he's got 2 outs though, so a chance to get through the inning here. This is the right fielder Justin Bolt, who had an error in the field, dropped a fly ball from Xavier Arata that allowed 2 runs to score. As a swing and miss, a throw behind by Watson as Kleenock gets back safely. So Kyle Watson trying to pick off the runner at first, but not able to. Herrera. All the infielders playing pretty deep in the field. Clean on at first with 2 outs. Anderson trying to get through a 4th scoreless inning, which would be fantastic against a really good Pompton Lakes team, who are 10-2, and I believe 3rd in their conference. That's foul back. Fouled off. Oh, yes. Okay, and then also for Pompton Lake's upcoming schedule, Eli mentioned before, but just to mention it again, they play at home on Thursday against Woodbridge at 4 p.m., Saturday away at Wayne Hills at 11 a.m., and then Monday they play versus Kittatinny at 4:15, as there's a strikeout from Anderson. That's his second of the game, and David's got 4 scoreless innings here, 6-0 Gales. We love you.
You guys
You're
are
on.
like stars one day.
Welcome back, Kyle Watson up at bat now. He has had a tremendous night, a tremendous day so far here as the Gales lead 6-0 here at the bottom of the 4th. And of course, if they score another 4 runs and get 10, they'll only need to play 1 more inning.
And
That'll
not
be
give up any
Pompton Lakes.
runs.
And not get any runs to go in. And I'm told not to keep jinxing it, which they won't.
I was not the one who said that. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend like I never said that.
And Watson grounds one towards the hole. Backhanded by the short, he can't handle it. The throw to first is not in time, so it'll be an infield hit for Watson, and he's 3 for 3. So Kyle Watson, tremendous day at the plate, and the Gales with a good start here in the bottom of the 4th. As the get Pompton Lakes with a small bench today, so Ryan Benway is still out there. He's given up 6 runs, a couple of them unearned. But there's been absolutely no action in the bullpen for either team today. Obviously for St. Mary's because David Anderson has been tremendous through 4.
Yes.
But I think for Pompton Lake it's just because they
They
don't
are
really
sure
have,
players, and they got 2 of them. So obviously, whenever the inning count is whatever the bat order is at, I wouldn't be surprised if we do have a batting change. There's only 2 players in the dugout, and I don't think they have the additional catcher to help with the bullpen action. So they might have to practice close near their dugout if they want to continue the way so is.
And Conti grounds one to short, and his only play will be to first, and they get the out there for the first out. So it'll be a 6-3 on the put out as Watson moves to second. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Josh Moreno, who has doubled and flied out to right in his 2 at-bats. Drove in the first Gales run. So productive out there for Blaise Conti, putting a runner in scoring position as Josh Moreno will try to drive him in. Moreno showing bunt, and he can't get it down.
The runner will advance to
And
third.
the ball got away, and they said it wasn't so the ball got away. They say he did not make contact with it, so Watson takes third, and now that'll put a runner at third with less than 2 out. So now a fly ball, and the Pompton will bring the infield in here all the way. Can't blame them being down by 6.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, you need to go with any
possibility.
possibility.
Play back now. But again, a fly ball can get in right here. Now the shortstop is going to come in, but the second baseman though looks like he's going to play back. So, but again, so everyone in here except for the second baseman. And the breaking ball outside 2-0.
Let me know and then I'll read it. Is that a coach for our team or is it? Let me know and then I'll read it out.
And Marino takes away 3 balls. And that's down. And it's 3-1 to Marino. Gales lead 6-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Watson dancing down the line at third. And Marino grounds one foul, and it's a full count.
How many outs?
3-2 coming. And Marino takes ball 4, so a walk issued by the pitcher, Ben Way. That is the third walk he has given up. And that'll put 2 on now for Jason Rosado, who had an RBI single his last time up. And he is 1 for 2.
So only 1 out, runners at the corners, and Josh Marino is up back.
No, Rosado.
Rosado.
Marino just walked.
Rosado. Multitasking here.
There goes Marino, and no throw, so Josh Marino steals the base. That takes the double play out of order. And now, for sure, Pompton Lakes will bring their infield in now with runners at second and third, 1 out. And now a base hit could bring in 2, and would make it an 8-run game. That's in the dirt. 2-0. So now, the Pompton Lakes pitcher started to struggle here, but I don't know if they have any other pitchers in their bullpen. So they might ask if this is risky for Pompton Lakes.
Yeah, very risky because you could give up another 4 runs and they're all in scoring position with only 2 outs and
no 1 out.
1 out, and you don't have too many people on your bench to change, and it's gonna be a really big top inning. The order to switch.
Rosado lines 1, and it is foul.
No movement there. Everyone remains where they are.
No, it was an out. I'm sorry. The third baseman actually caught that on the fly for the second out. So that'll bring up the
That's
second
2 outs.
baseman, Jose
So
Bautista.
correction on your screen. It's 2 outs.
Oh, no, that's not Jose Bautista. We got a pinch hitter now for the Gales. That is Jonathan Stevens now up at the plate. Number 17. And he takes one in the dirt. Nothing. 1-0.
Be careful.
And that's it there for a strike. 1-1.
It is Stevens. I'm sorry about that, folks. I forgot to take off the 2 outs.
In the dirt, and that goes to the backstop, but Watson will hold the third.
Yeah, smart choice because near the batter area, you know, anything's possible.
So Bautista finishes 1 for 2. He walks.
Quick shout out today to Coach Orlando Xarana. It is his birthday today. Happy birthday, Coach. And thanks for watching.
Swing and a miss by Stevens, and there's 2 strikes. And Stevens takes away, and it's a full count. So Watson at third, Moreno at second with 2 outs. 3-2 coming to Stevens. And it's ball 4. So Stevens walks, and now the bases are loaded for Jacob Herrera.
Wow. It's going to be a very, very close moment here now for Herrera, as he's got to really be careful here, as he wants to have in another run at least come in.
Yep. So now there's 2 outs.
You know, especially with the bases loaded.
Again, still no action in the bullpen. So it looks like David Anderson will be coming back out for the 5th inning. And Herrera will step out of the box. So again, this pitcher starting to look a little tired for the Pompton Lakes.
Yeah, a lot of
Ryan Benway, kind of being asked to work this game, and that's in the dirt. And it goes to the backstop. Watson will hold.
Yeah, a lot of walks and everything, but of course, depends on how big their JV team is. If they have a big JV team, that could also be an issue because you need some players here to help with this varsity team. As much as they think that today might have been easy, it's not really. It's another challenge, as always, playing in this great game of sport. And anything can happen. You could be the best team or you could be the worst team. Anything could change.
It makes it even more impressive that they're 10-2 with this relatively small bench that they have.
Yeah, and compared to the St. Mary team that's been off to an okay start. You know, it's interesting to see what happens.
There's a strike, 2-1. So that's a big pitch there by Bedway. Herrera. So Herrera has flied out to left and doubled. And he takes in the dirt, and it's 3-1. So now
This is crucial here, you know.
a walk could bring in a run.
Yes, which that would be awesome.
Yep. Well, Gales already lead 6-0. And
Walks
now
him.
7-0. As a walk there to Jacob Herrera. Watson can try to score. Everybody else will move up a base. So Bedway walks at a run and makes it 7-0. And now the pitching coach will come out, and that's going to be it.
But now who's going to play in for him?
It's going to be a pitching change for Bedway.
Nobody warmed up.
Nobody was warming up.
It is number 11.
Number 11. Okay.
That is
Wrong.
11 is
Oh.
creation.
Okay, so the third baseman, Kieran Harrison,
Harrison
will
Curran.
come into pitch as Ryan Bedway is done after giving up 7 runs through 3 2/3.
And it's going to be a little while because, of course, there's been no bullpen practice. So, yep, so unlimited warm-ups.
So we're gonna take a short break. We'll be back shortly. All right, so we're back after the relatively short break.
Yeah, I
as
thought
the
it would be longer, especially
new pitcher,
pitching.
Kieran
Practice.
Herrera, who is at third. He now will come in to pitch, or excuse me, to play. Yeah, to pitch.
To play it back, yeah.
So it'll be Matthew DeGennaro up with the bases loaded and 2 out. 3 runs in already for 7 runs in for the Gales of this game. They've still got the bases loaded. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. So Moreno at third, Stevens at second, Herrera at first with 2 outs. 7-0 Gales here in the 4th.
So bases loaded, and of course another good scoring chance opportunity here. And I think they high for a ball.
Yep. You gotta be careful here. Don't walk in more runs. Especially just warming up. He might not be as sharp as maybe he usually is when he pitches, considering the fact that he only had a few minutes to warm up and probably didn't realize he was gonna be coming into the game at this moment. But there's a strike and it's 1-2. So now,
I mean, I think he would knew because he's at third base right now. So obviously,
now
the
Kieran
mounds to come.
has a chance to get out of the inning. 1-2 to Matt DeGennaro. And it's up 2-2. Gales once again showing great plate discipline in this matchup. They have now walked 5 times through the first 4 innings.
Base loaded, 2-2 count. The pitch is going to be out.
And there's strike 3 called.
3.
And DeGennaro strikes out looking to end the inning. So Harrison Cura comes in to get the out, and it's 7-0 going to the top of the 5th. All right, welcome back for the top of the 5th as David Anderson comes back out for a 5th inning of work. He's thrown 4 scoreless. Gales have a commanding 7-0 lead, and David's first pitch of the inning is inside for ball 1. This is the DH Jonathan Papavon, who leads off here in the 5th. Grounded out to second, his first time up. And he grounds one down to first, and it's off of Herrera. It's a fair ball. He's got a race to the bag, and he got it.
Got him in time.
As he flipped it to Anderson in time for the first out. I think he flipped it to him, right? So it'll go down as a 3-1 on the put out. So 1 out here for Anderson. And that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Angelo Fusano, who has grounded out to second. Fusaro, I'm sorry. And the first pitch from Anderson is a curveball outside, ball 1. And he fouls one back, 1-1.
the little league game to the left of us just started.
And a check swing foul. Yes. So now 2 strikes. Anderson has been fantastic in this game.
Yes, he's been fantastic, and I don't see the point for a pitching change on that. I think they could. I feel like the Gales can get another 3 runs any minute now and call it a night.
Well, Anderson's only struck out 2, but he's generated soft contact, and there's strike 3 called. So make it 3 now as he gets Fusado looking at the slider. And there's 2 outs now in the 5th for Ryan.
Can't run it backwards,
For
I'm looking. I can't.
Can you like flip it?
Ryan
Like-
Muselli.
Yeah, they grab it and
Just flip it. 2 outs and no bullpen action. The backup catcher Dominic, who is the bullpen usually catcher, he's currently standing, but doesn't seem to be heading to the bullpen anytime soon. I don't think Nigel's gonna.
One of our
Archibald's gonna
broadcast
go for the call.
partners.
Yeah.
As that's high 2-0. Anderson has only walked 1 so far through the 4 2/3 that he's pitched. Honestly, no point for a pitching change now. Low pitch count and has been very sharp. And that is a
Strike.
ball. Strike?
Close strike. Strike.
Strike 2-1. I'm sorry about that. Sun's starting to set here at Sheridan. There's a strike 2-2. So it's now 2. Anderson 1 strike to get. Needs 1 more strike to get through this inning. Two coming. Got him looking. Side retired. 5 scoreless innings for David Anderson. He struck out now 3 of the last 4 batters that he's faced. 7-0 Gales going to the bottom of the 5th.
It's an exciting
Alright.
Little League game here.
Yes. Welcome back to the top of the 2nd of this Little League game. Actually, no. We're back here for the Gales Pompton Lynx game. So yeah,
We thought it'd be funny to bring you some Little League
Gales
action
lead
because it looks pretty
7-0 going
exciting.
into the top of the 6th.
Base hit.
On a beautiful night here at Sheridan. Xavier
Yeah,
Rana.
the base hit I was referring to is the Little League game. God, I'm having too much fun.
Xavier Rana will lead off the bottom of the 5th. And he takes a ball, 1-0. Again, no bullpen action for the Gales. So it looks like Anderson will be coming back out for the 6th as it's 2-0 to Arana. Is that a new pitcher for Pompton Lakes?
Yeah, it's been 11. Harrison Curtin. He's been there since last inning. 7-0's your score.
And Xavier
that is a
flies
pop
one out
fly.
to foul. 2-1.
Oh, hit the houses.
Oh, okay. So couple of fun noises.
All right, so we had a Little League game noise. We had a bounce off the roof, hitting the bleachers. All right. Good
That's
inning.
down. 3-1.
And the Little League game inning just ended.
Yes. Okay. So
What's the score? Start broadcasting.
I don't know, but this is the more exciting game that we have going on here. As Xavier takes a strike and it's a full count.
I don't know, Jack. The Little League game looks.
Don't listen to him. Okay, so it's a full count out to Xavier Rana, who's 0 for 2, and he walked him. So another walk for the Gales.
Do you even have a one for the wall?
Yeah, base on balls. So Rana walks to lead off the inning, and then we'll go back to the top of the order for Ty Giordano, who is, yes, 0 for 3. So now.
It looks like Conti's up next.
Yep. No, Watson.
Watson.
Yep. No, I like to call him Ty the leadoff guy. My nickname for him.
Actually, somebody else is batting right now.
Is that Giordano?
No, it's not.
What number is it?
Double-digit number.
So I'm sorry, that's not Ty Giordano, who's up the plate. We're getting the name for you in just a moment.
I think that's Greg. That's
Okay.
Greg.
Is it 18?
18, Greg.
All right, so that is our fellow broadcast partner, James Gregg, up at the plate, who is, again, so the Gales starting to bring in their defensive replacements here. We'll see if Greg can do anything here. Oh, the pitch is inside. Well, again,
Shout out to our broadcast friend who's
more control issues. So
now home run to the right to the broadcast area. That'd be great.
as Gray came in.
For,
I'm not sure if it was for an injury or for
James Gregg.
we're not sure if it's for an injury or a defensive. We're assuming it's for a defensive replacement.
Yeah, I think just for playing time because remember a lot of these varsity
Oh,
players.
and that's
don't
there
throw-
goes
oh, wow.
line into left field,
Look
base hit
at
for
him.
Gray. And with the runner going, that'll move Arana over to third. So a hit and run play for the Gales. James Gregg with a base hit to left, and the
There
Gales
it
have
is.
runners in the corner with nobody out.
That is it.
That-
Now,
I believe
what I
that
was
is-
hoping for James was a home run to the broadcast booth.
I believe that's his first hit of the season.
Yes. And what a perfect performance! And it looks like there's going to be a
A
pitch runner.
That's Victorio, I believe. Again. Yeah.
No, it's
Is it 6?
3. That's Giordano.
Giordano. Okay, so Giordano. So they gave Greg an opportunity to hit there. So Giordano. I don't think Giordano's coming out of the game. I think they just had Greg come in to hit. So, well, that was a nice moment there for James Gregg, our fellow broadcaster. So,
Yeah,
and
so now we have a runner first, no outs, and
Kyle
Watson, who's hit very well this game,
3 for
trying
3.
to get another 3 runs to end this game the way it is.
There goes Giordano to second, and the throw
Safe.
not nearly in time. So that's the third stolen base of the game for the Gales. Now the runners in second and third with nobody out. Well, Watson 3 for 3 today.
Oh, they have
Yes.
a runner on third?
Yes.
Oh.
He singled to right twice, and then hit an infield single to shortstop. Base hit here could bring in 2, with the Gales already leading 7-0. And Kyle lines one the other way for a base hit, and he's 4 for 4. That'll score 2. And Watson will stop at first. He's 4 for 4 with that hit, and it's 9-0 Gales.
Who do you want to interview? Pitcher? David Anderson?
Pitcher and or Watson.
Do you want to do both?
Well, either one. Or both. Either one.
Anderson and Kyle. If they get another run to second or third, then I'll start walking down. Because then they retire the inning. And I'll look for both Anderson and I'll look for
Well, ask coach first.
if he's all right with
Ask
it.
coach. I gotta do it right.
That's obviously it. So we get Anderson and Watson. There's another person closer to second or third base. Because then that'll be the worst you work.
So, 9-0 now, Gales. Is Kyle Watson, who's 4 for 4 today. That was his third. And 3 of those hits have now gone to right field as Blaze Conti. Blaze is 1 for 3 today. He's lined out to right, doubled, and grounded out to a short. And he grounds one foul off the fence in the Gales dugout.
It's not there.
And there goes Watson to second, and he's in there safely.
Out.
Oh no,
They rule him
They
out.
called him out.
Wow.
Okay, so that'll take the runner off base. I thought for sure he was safe.
Oh, wow.
Not a great slide by Victorio. So that'll take the runner off of the base. So now Blaze Conti will bat with the bases empty now.
Yep.
Actually, I forgot to mention Watson came out for a base runner. So
2 outs.
after a couple of stolen bases for the Gales today, that time not able to execute as Victorio was thrown out.
To me, I thought he had him safe. He was safe. I don't know. And we had the best angle out of everybody, and I thought that was safe.
Owen Blake,
Wow,
that's
line
that's
drive.
deep to right, and it's gonna go foul. Wow. I wonder if the umpires just want to go home.
Yeah, but then you would have called. You would have called him safe then. I don't know. I disagree with the call. Of course, we have no replay here, and we can't. They can't challenge any plays, because that's just how life works.
As
So.
Conti strikes out for the second out. For the second out, so that'll bring up Josh Moreno. And there's a curveball for a strike, 0-1. So Gales now have 9 in, thanks to 2 runs to go from Kyle Watson here in the 5th. With the bases empty. And that's grounded foul, and it's 0-2. Still no bullpen action for Gales, so it looks like we're going to have David Anderson come back out for the 6th. With the Gales leading 9-0. This has been
Unless they can get a run to come in, which would apply the mercy rule, and that would end the game, and it'll be a good shutout game.
Well,
and
it's not
that'll
gonna happen here
be
as Moreno grounds 1 to second, and
that will
that'll
end
end
the
the inning. So the Gales lead 9-0 going to the top of the 6th. We'll be back. All right, welcome back for the top of the 6th with the Gales leading 9-0. David Anderson back out there. He's been absolutely fantastic.
incredible, dominant.
Untouchable.
Yes, everything is just there for him tonight. He has done a great job, and now we're looking to possibly close out this game.
As
and is there a
Harrison Kieran
line
grounds 1 to
drive?
second. Nice snag by Rosario, the wide throw, and he stayed on the Herrera stayed on
Got
the
him
bag,
out.
1 out. So Jason Rosado, another play at second base. It's like, I believe, his 6th or 7th of the game today. So Kieran
And of
is
course,
now 0 for 3.
another run for the Gills will end this game incredibly, and we'll get a 10-0 victory today for St. Mary's. Of course, if they can do it. Of course, 1 out, no one on base, and it'll be
to the backstop.
low for ball 1.
It's funny, cold weather, no fans back there.
Yeah.
Different parents.
They would-
That's the plus.
And that's grounded down to first. It's a foul ball.
Wow, I almost had it.
1-1.
Number 9 will
For who?
Oh, yeah, over there.
So on the other side, number 9 is warming up. Jack is going to read out the name as soon as we have it available for you. And it'll be
Popovich, Jonathan Popovich, who's
Jonathan
been DHing
Popovich.
today. And Anderson steps off the mound.
No bullpen action for St. Mary's. I don't think they're going to change. I think they're just going to let David Anderson play out as is. And, yeah.
Yep. Well, when the Gales come back up in the bottom of the sixth, they'll have Rosado, Bautista, or actually Stevens, who came in, and Herrera. As that's flied out to left center field, and comes Orana, and out goes DeGennaro, and DeGennaro makes the catch for the second out.
14 made the catch.
Yeah, DeGennaro.
Oh, yeah.
So nice play by DeGennaro,
heard
who had
you,
to come
David.
in for the second out.
So 2 outs, 1 more out to retire this inning, and it'll bring up the final possible inning if the Gales can score another run.
This will be Vinny. Hang on, sorry. Vinny Stigliano here against Anderson, and he takes one up and in, 1-0, as the sun shines back out onto the field. See if the sun glare might be of effect to either the pitcher or the batter. That's fouled back 1-1. As I said, this has been just a phenomenal pitching performance from David Anderson, the senior. Just completely,
Yeah, this year the pitching
Untouchable.
crew has been incredible, obviously, especially during those powerhouse schools. Even during the ones where, like, they had chances, a lot of these games where they lost against these powerhouse schools, and they could definitely have won those games. And the pitching has been incredible and a lot of improvement. It was a great call by Coach Nigel Archibald to have more pitchers this year on the team, as well as to take them to Florida, to give them a different vibe and different experience and more practice time compared to this cold weather in New Jersey that we usually have around this time of year. But it seems to be the other way around this time for some reason.
absolutely, as there's a strike. And there's 2 strikes now. So
Today was last year weather.
Anderson now just 1 strike away from getting out of the 6th. Still no runs in.
Today was last year's weather, huh?
The 2-2. It's in there for a strike. Sorry, there was only 1 strike. So now it's 2-2. And just a great game overall from the Gales.
Great game overall by the Gales. Great job by the entire infield and Kyle and David, who have done a
Got
great
him.
job as well.
Oh no, ball 4.
Ball 4 walks him.
So that's a walk from David Anderson to keep the inning alive. As Stigliano walks, that'll bring up the catcher James Rodas. As Pompton Lakes tries to keep this inning alive.
Yes, they have a runner at first now. They have 2 outs, and the Gales are looking to end and retire this inning quickly and to score another run to say goodnight here in Sheridan Park.
And a pickoff move and chance. There's a strike.
New vantage point, new luck, good new year.
Yep.
For the Gales.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. Hasn't been a lot of swing and misses today.
No.
Just perfect ball placement and soft contact from David Anderson. That's
Yep.
the rest. That's the secret sauce.
And as a reminder, their next will be broadcasting Saturday's game at Paramus, 10 o'clock in the morning. So stay tuned for that.
Line to second. Rosado with the short hop. And puts it away to retire the side. 6 scoreless innings from David Anderson. 9-0 Gales.
Welcome back. It's 9-0 St. Mary's at the bottom of the sixth. I'll change the scoreboard right now. And Jack, what an inning! And they're trying to close it out and execute the game here.
Well, even if they don't close it out here, they'll just close it out in the seventh. They're leading 9-0, and rightfully so. Absolutely no action in the Gales bullpen. David Anderson will get a chance, from what it looks like, to finish this game. And so the Gales are going to try to close it out here by getting one more run. It'll be Josh Moreno to lead off. Josh swings and misses, nothing in one.
But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll take the one walkie-talkie. Jack's got the other one, so they'll have it ready.
I'm sorry? And Marino chops one foul.
If not, then we'll try to get it.
Wait, Eli, oh wait, I'm just kidding these real quick.
Go ahead, take your time. And that'll be another wall. I believe it's a 3-1.
Let's hope it's Marino or not at the plate. He's 11. We're pretty sure it's Josh Marino who's up to bat right now. Again, a beautiful sunny day here. And that's drilled down the right field line. It'll go foul.
Number 6.
Victorio. No, Victorio's a righty. No. I can't. So we're not sure. We're pretty sure that's Josh Marino who's still in the game, but it might be one of their. Might be one of. I believe that's Victoria. So he strikes out for the first. Stevens now.
Like we mentioned, no bullpen action. Bench is almost getting cleared out almost because they're ready to call a night. No update yet on the JV. As soon as we have an update on who won that JV game, we'll, of course, bring it right to you. But I don't think we'll have it by the end of today's game.
We'll try to get it to you at
by
some point.
Thursday's game, if by Saturday's game when we're both back, or if one of us is back, we'll have the call. We'll let you know who it is. If not, we'll keep you guys up to date on who that may be. And of course, as a reminder, there is a game at Emerson this Thursday. It is at 4 p.m. We are not 100% sure if we'll be able, if I will be here to film the game at Emerson. If not, please look at Emerson's, Google Emerson versus St. Mary's. See if there's any other YouTube channel links out there that will film the game at Emerson. Maybe Emerson has a crew out there. We'll also, of course, keep a lookout. Not too sure there. If not, we'll be definitely back there for Saturday at 10 a.m. at Paramus if the game is still on.
I don't know. I lost it. Strike there to Stevens.
I believe that's a 2-2.
Yep. And Stevens swings and misses, and now it's 2 strikes. Yeah, we're in the bottom of the 6th here with the Gales leading 9-0. Gales trying to get a run here to close it out, but they could just close it out in the 7th if they don't. There's already one out here as Victorio ended up striking out. And Stevens takes the walk. So good at bat there by John Stevens.
That'll bring him now number. Is that Dominic Meal, number 8? That's Dominic Meal. He's heading up to the plate.
Is that him?
Yeah, number 8.
Can you tell? Are you sure?
Go check. I'll confirm my sources, but that looks like number 8. And that is number 8.
So Dom Mealy now
Our former broadcaster.
another one of our broadcasters here.
We wish him the best of luck.
For Black
And will he get another
for-
base hit like James Gregg did earlier
Yep.
in
Well,
the fifth?
still the best one of those was against Weehawken when Don Mealy threw over to James Gregg for an out. So broadcaster to broadcaster for an out. But
And a strike there.
yep. So Stevens is at first.
Watch out for the stolen bases. Only one out, by the way.
And Gelsley 9-0. Stevens is a tall guy, so he can definitely use his long strides to get to the space if he wants to go. Usually, though, it's an unwritten rule in baseball to not steal base when you're up by a ton of runs.
And it looks like it's a...
We have some noise in the other side of the field.
So the red team threw it to first for the out, and black gets an out
Swing and
for
a miss
that inning
by
at the Little League game.
Mealy.
Besides, of course, broadcasting St. Mary's, we also got Little League coverage.
Sorry, I'm trying to shade my eyes
Yes.
from the sun.
Like,
Sun
I
right
use
in
my
our-
jacket like
That's hit out to right. Down the line, it'll go
Foul.
Foul. Yep.
Well, he's got 0-2, I think. 2-2. 2-2.
And it's still no
Come
action
on,
in the
Dominic.
Gales bull. Still no
Get to base.
Still no action in the Gales bullpen. So I would assume David Anderson would be coming in and try to finish this game out. How fantastic would that be? A complete game. Try a complete game.
Oof, good pickoff attempt there. Almost close to get
Well,
the out,
if-
but
if-
not in time.
If the Gales would score a run here, it would be a complete game because the game would just be
Correct.
over.
Now, sorry?
They have a new pitcher.
They would have a new pitcher in as well. Number 12. I think, did you map?
I did not.
22.
No, he's been in. All right, so there's a ball to Don Mealy. Yeah, we're hoping to see him have success at the plate, one of our former broadcasters. And that's ball. Stevens
Stolen
takes
base
off for
attempt.
second. He is out.
Out.
At
That's
second.
safe.
That's another
That was
terrible call by the umpire, who I think just wants to go home at this point.
The how?
And there is two. I don't think they realize the mercy rule. I think they just want to get through this. So Stevens was clearly.
That
safe
was
there.
safe, but...
With the umpire with his second missed call of the game. That is brutal.
Brutal
But, I mean,
call,
the
but what can you do?
Gales lead 9-0 anyways. As
A
Mealy
foul ball.
one back. Well, Gales lead 9-0. That'll be fine. But hey, I mean, I don't know what kind of call that was, but Don Mealy still at the plate, trying to get on base here. we obviously would love that, you know, one of our former broadcasters for Gales basketball season.
Yeah, he... Another
And
low
there's a
ball.
walk.
And it's a walk.
So
yeah.
Mealy is on base with a walk. So our broadcasters are 2 for 2 with getting on base.
21, I think that's Pappenberg.
So Zach Pappenberg, a fellow senior, will come to bat. Yeah, it's 21.
It's 21 that looks like Pappenberg.
So Pappenberg will come up to bat.
No, Urquhart.
What's Urquhart? Okay, so James Urquhart will come up to bat now. As the Gales will put all their replacement players in now with the huge lead that they have.
Should be Urquhart, by the way. Just clarify, I believe.
And there's a
is
strike.
11.
Nothing in one.
And of course, as a reminder, as soon as the Gales hopefully win this game, we'll have a post-game interview.
We're not sure with who yet.
We're not
as
sure
that
with who
ball
yet.
goes to the backstop, but the runner does not advance.
We're hoping to get possibly the pitcher and the catcher, David Anderson and Kyle Watts, together. If not, we can only get one. If not, we'll get another. We'll see what we can get. We'll find out, of course. Stick around.
Well, there's a lot of players to choose from. They've played a great.
Top of the seventh.
Is scooped out by the
Scooped
first
out.
baseman, and that'll end the inning. So 9-0 Gales,
More outs.
trying to improve to 7-5. We're going to the top of the 7th. Welcome back to the top of the 7th. David Anderson trying to finish off this game as a ground ball to second for Rosado, 1 out. Jason Rosado, very, very busy today in the field. As again, so down to their final two outs is Eli is not going to be. It's just going to be me for the 7th, as Eli has gone out of the Gills dugout to possibly try to get an interview at the end of the game, possibly with David Anderson or Kyle Watson, or maybe another player, depending on what we can offer. But if not, well, in this game, that hit the batter. So hit batsman there for Pompton Lakes, and they get a base runner here in the 7th. So again, Gales just trying to finish out their 7th victory of the season. Swing and a miss, nothing in 1. And Watson thought about picking him off, but left off the throw. David Anderson trying to finish off what would be a complete game shutout and a much needed victory today for the Gales as they lead 9-0. That's down 2 balls. Foul back. Anything yet, Eli? Anything yet?
Now he doesn't know he's bothered. Don't
All
ask
right.
him when he's over.
Up high, 3-1. David's got to be careful here. He doesn't walk another batter. Ball 4. Second walk issued by Anderson here in the inning. And Pompton Lakes gets 2 runners on. Well, it's still pretty quiet over by Gales Goggles. Look like they're going to count on Anderson to finish out this game. Well, here, Anderson looking for a ground ball here to end it. He's induced plenty of ground balls today. So that would be pretty fitting if we could get a ground ball double play here to end the game, as the Gales look to improve to 7-5 on the season against 10-2. Likely drop to 10-3 Pompton Lakes. That's taken the other way, and that is a foul ball. Foul ball. That would have ended the shutout if that had stayed fair. That's high. So Gale's trying to finish this out. We will get a pitcher heading to the bullpen now in case Anderson can't finish it. Looks like Young to me. Isaac Young, 17. Oh, no, John Stevens. Okay. So John Stevens is heading to the bullpen if David can't finish this out. There's a ball. Okay, so this game is not over just yet. Anderson just trying to get the last few outs here. But has walked a couple and is on the verge of walking another. Ground ball to third. Conti diving play, and it gets through and into shallow left. That'll bring in the first run of the game. Going to third base is number 4, Fusaro, and the shutout is gone. So David Anderson pitched 6-1. What? Yeah, I saw. Okay, so the shutout is gone. David Anderson still staying in to try to get the final 2 outs. So it's now 9-1 St. Mary's as Pompton Lakes gets 1 runner in here. It was a ground ball to third. Conti did all he could to get it, but couldn't fielded, then it went past Giordano as there's a strike, 0-1. So
I don't think he'll play this inning, Stevens.
ground ball to third, it's foul, and it's 0-2. So now Anderson, after struggling to get through the first few batters, it's a B. And it's 0-2. 0-2 coming. Up, high. 1-2. Gill's hoping that David can finish this game out. Stevens is warming up the bullpen in case they're going to need him to come in. 1-2 coming. That's somehow outside, and it's 2-2. Stevens going to start to throw a little bit harder now in the bullpen. 2-2 coming. Shot foul. Little pop fly. Out goes Giordano. He makes the catch for the second out. And now the Cardinals are down to their final out of the game. So David Anderson just 1 out away from pitching a complete game performance. So close to being a shutout, but with 1 run in the 7th. So here we go. Down to their final out here. Away, 1-0. Gill's so close to finishing this one out, trying to get a 9-1 victory and improve to 7-5 on the season. And that's down 2-0. Stevens continuing to throw in the bullpen. Still don't think he would come in. Line. Rosado with a nice snag, and he can't get the out. The runner is safe at second as the run scores, and it's 9-2 St. Mary's. Well, Jason Rosado has had a terrific day in the field, but and made a great snag there, but had trouble getting it out of his glove. Tried to flip it the short way at second. Maybe should have gone to first. And Pompton Lakes keeps this game alive. It's 9-2 with runners at first and second. So Pompton Lakes is still down to their final out. That's lined into right field, and that's down for a base hit. Coming in to score is the runner. Going to third is another runner. It's 9-3 now, and all of a sudden this game's starting to get a little dangerous. And coach is going to come out, and it's going to be it for David Anderson. What a phenomenal pitching performance today from the senior, number 13. And oh wait,
One more, number 1.
nope. David is staying in. Good for him. Let's see if he can finish out this game. Well, it's been pitched 6th grade. Struggled here in the 7th. Gale still lead 9-3 though. But they have runners on first. Again, a home run here, an extra base hit. This could make it anybody's game. Gale's got it. They have to finish this one out. Don't want to lose momentum going into the next game, which is on Thursday at Emerson. And that goes to the backstop. Runners will not advance. Again, stick around for a potential post-game interview. Possibly for David Anderson, the pitcher, or Kyle Watson, the catcher. Maybe both. Maybe one. Maybe another player. There's been a lot of Gales today who have shown up. That one goes to the backstop. It's 2-0. David Anderson's been so good today pitching, but he seems like he might be running out of gas here though. Almost had the final out when Rizzo. All right, so we ground ball foul and it's 2-1. All right, so we have a update on the JV game. Unfortunately for the Gales, a 12-2 loss. I'm not sure if the mercy rules applied or not, but a 10-run loss for the Gales JV team, as but Coach David D'Alessandro, they continue to improve, and they still fight with heart. There's a strike. I'm not sure. I thought it was a strike. So now Pompton Lakes might or might not be down to their final strike. I think if David gives up another walker, I think they're gonna make a pitching change because I don't. He just seems to be running out of gas. He's trying to get through this though. Got him looking, and the ball game is over. David Anderson with a complete game performance. Gales get plenty of offense, highlighted by a 4-hit performance from Kyle Watson, and the Gales end their 3-game losing streak and win this one 9-3. Say that one more time, Eli.
Stand by.
All right, so we are not going to leave. So again, stick around. We are going to try to get a interview with a Gales player, maybe two. But again, so what? So again, we're trying to. So again, a great win today for the Gales, 9-3. Again, David Anderson, complete game performance through 6 scoreless, and now they win this one 9-3. 4-hit performance from Kyle Watson, RBI double by Josh Moreno early. Gales had a couple of reserve players come in late, get some hits, some knocks. But again, the story of the day: David Anderson got scoreless through. You said we're getting both? Cool. Appreciate it. We're getting both. All right, so we are going to have an interview coming up. What'd you say, Eli? Cool, all right.
Not too close.
Here, Jack, take this. Hold on. Jack, pass this around. Pass this out.
There you go.
Yep, thanks.
One step back.
I don't got enough microphone room. Is this the longer one? Jack, give me that one.
The other mic?
The other one.
All right.
1 second.
Where's the other
This
mic?
one right here.
Oh.
Get right in the middle of them.
I'm going in the middle of you guys. Good? A little closer? All right, I'm joined now by Kyle Watson, the catcher, and David Anderson. Start with you, David. What did you think of your performance today?
Pretty good. I feel like at the end my fastball died out, but for the most part it was pretty solid.
How did you think you did take, Kyle?
Just happy for a bounce back win. Struggled against the pole on Sunday. Happy to have a 4-hit day today.
What are you guys both looking forward to in the next game on Emerson on Thursday?
Winning. We got to win every game this week. It's very
This week's a must win for us. We want a good seat for counties. We got ourselves good, and now we're ready to get out.
Jack, any questions?
Yeah. Kyle, I noticed that out of your 4 hits, say 3 of them were to right field. What approach did you take at the plate, and how were you able to execute it?
I just saw open right side, second base. Middle wasn't pinched a lot. And lefty, change up, 2-seam tailed away. Pretty easy to pick up, and just try to do my job up there.
All right, thank you guys for the time.
Yep. Thank you.
That'll do it for us here
Appreciate it.
at Sheridan Park. From Jack Rizzo, I'm Elijah Weintraub. Thursday, we're not sure if we'll have coverage. It is at Emerson, so stay tuned for that. It is at Emerson. Bobby might have the call. We'll see. when the time comes. Thursday, 4 p.m. If not, join us Saturday, 10 a.m. at Paramus High School, not Catholic. From Jack Rizzo, I'm Elijah Weintraub, and Bobby R. Cameron, good night.
Good stuff.